I had this jacket, and the other day I was just thinking, well, maybe I should bring that jacket and get some white paint, because I remember another jacket, and I wanted to say that we do care. We will always care.
On Friday, Native Americans held their first ever Indigenous Peoples March in Washington, D.C. to bring attention to issues affecting Native communities. A moment from the march has gone viral, an interaction between Native marchers and a group of high school students who were in D.C. for the anti-abortion March for Life. Some of the students were from Covington Catholic High School in Kentucky. The Catholic Diocese of Covington, which oversees the school, said in a statement, quote, "We condemn the actions of the Covington Catholic school students towards Nathan Phillips specifically, and Native Americans in general. We extend our deepest apologies to Mr. Phillips. This behavior is opposed to the church's teachings on the dignity and respect of the human person." The diocese also said the matter is under investigation and that some students could be expelled. Joining me now by phone is the man that you saw in that viral video, Indigenous rights activist and Omaha tribal elder, Nathan Phillips. And Elder Phillips, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So tell us what happened. Can you give us kind of the full story of the backstory to what we saw in that video?
Well, it started at the end of our rally here on the Washington Monument grounds. And first I'd like to say thank you for bringing me on too, and allowing me to say a few words here. So we were there at the end of our march, and there was a group of fellows there that were having their moment on their, what I call a soapbox moment in D.C. And they were out there saying words, and this young group of the students were listening what they were saying, and neither one of these groups were part of our organization or our group. They were just more things that happened in D.C.
So wait, you're saying that there were two different groups of people who were confronting each other, the students and another group?
Yeah, I hear that this other group is called the Black Israelites, maybe, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of during our rally, they had set up right at the edge of our permitted area, our permitted space, and started just, saying things and instigating. And so I told our folks that were still there, and they were asking me, what should we say something to them, ask them to move off or something? And I said, well, they're on the other side of our permitted area, so we can't say nothing, do nothing.
Right.
And so just ignore them. And we did. And we were accomplishing that just fine until these other kids the March for Rights Life had just gotten done. Mm-hmm. So we were getting this mass of people coming through our area, just kind of being in the way, sort of, because we're trying to pick up, clean up, and put things away.
Right.
And so these groups of kids, they're walking through and they're seeing it's Indians, and they've heard about it, and they're making remarks to each other, not to us, but
so
there's
video. There's so many people who took video at this event, because that is the modern era, and you could see at one point that you walk between these two groups of people, a group of African Americans and these students. Why did you choose to walk up to the students?
Well, first when I was there, there was a group. It didn't just happen like that. That was a buildup of about 2 hours of back and forth between the Black Israelites and the students. Mm-hmm. And we were standing there watching this. First they came there was about 6 of them. They went away. They came back with about 20. They went away. They came back with about 60. They surrounded these black kids, these black guys, and taunting them and throwing, back and forth, racial taunts back and forth. And we were just at the sidelines just watching this. And so this is about an hour. Then they went away. That 60 went. Then they came back, 100, maybe 200 of them. Mm-hmm. And then they were just a big mob, just ugly
conversation. This has now gone viral. This, you facing off with this one young man, and then there were other students who were doing what sounded like, faux Native American chants around you. What were you feeling in that moment? What did you think was happening? What did you think their goal was in facing you?
Well, the goal of what happened is that it was, there's a term for it where their attention was on the black Israelites. Mm-hmm. And when I seen what was happening right at the end and where it was getting to there was just like needed that one little spark, and that mob would have descended on those 4 guys mm-hmm. and ripped them apart. That's what it looked like. That's what it felt like. So when I started singing our songs, our prayers to God, that drum is an instrument that we use to communicate to God. Mm-hmm. And so when I started that drum beat, it was in my mind that, God, look at us here now. I'm praying, God. We're at the end of our Indigenous Peoples March. We want to end this in a good way. Mm-hmm. But look at my America here. Look at my white and black brothers over here that they're tearing at each other. Yeah. We're at a point where you can't stand by and watch this. Yeah. I mean, if you're an American and you see America getting torn apart, being burnt down, if you can't, gotta do something.
Yeah, and sir,
stop it.
There's now the possibility that some of these students could get expelled for the confrontation with you. Do you think they should be expelled?
Well, I don't know about the expulsion, but I think the chaperones, mm-hmm. the chaperones they should be immediately fired.
Mm-hmm. There were chaperones there. You saw adults there.
No. Where were they?
Yeah.
Where were they?
Well,
how did they allow these students to come to this point after an hour of this happening? Were they with them? Were they encouraging them?
Yeah. Well, Nathan Phillips, I want to first thank you for your service. We know that you are a veteran of the Vietnam War. Thank you very much for taking some time to call in and talk with us this morning. And take care, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, sir. And coming up, we discuss the security threats facing the country.